Right back into it.
Done.
All right, the recording is back on. Where the hell was I? All right. The professor, this is about as far as I can take you. You're going to have to go the rest on your own. If you need anything, you can ring me, and I'll come as quick as I can. All right?
I'm dropping you off at school.
I I had a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm able to put my Demonomicon in a bag of holding, and it negates the effect that no one can have a long rest near me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I did that.
All right. Take a long rest. All right. You're about 1,000 feet away from the ocean, and then another 1,000 feet is the whirlpool itself. The whirlpool itself is about maybe 500 feet wide. The area below you, probably a good 200 or 300 feet down the mountain, is bathed in sickly green light.
Arcana check?
Sure, go ahead.
31.
You determine that the area has been blighted by some kind of necrotizing force. The area has basically been deconsecrated, as far as you can tell. Not by demonic forces, but by something else.
I'm going to share that information and say it was blighted, but not by demons.
Would I be able to use shape water and prestidigitation to sanitize? Pretty much, I want to make a respirator out of water, so that way I'm breathing in this water and it's filtering out the radiation in the air.
Well, if you do that, I will give you advantage on the con checks.
Okay, I will do that with shape water and prestidigitation.
What if I don't need to breathe?
Huh?
What if I don't need to breathe?
Then you'll have advantage on the con save.
Perfect.
All right, so what do we want to do to get past the radiation?
Yeah, I mean, I have my respirator. You have. You're gonna hold your breath. What about our little feathery friend here?
Actually, very large.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. It is 2,000 feet to the whirlpool. You are not going to be able to hold your breath.
I'm not holding my breath.
What are you
Remember,
doing?
Kahalan no longer needs to breathe.
Why do you no longer need to breathe?
Because you gave it to me as a reward on your birthday.
Oh yeah, that's true. Fuck you. All right, so enjoy your con saves with advantage. All right, Pebbles, what do you want to do to not get heavily irradiated?
I'm gonna cast Enhance ability on Pebbles and give them Bear's Endurance.
You're gonna give them.
Hey, Pebbles.
Yes.
Can you breathe underwater?
If I polymorph, I can.
No, can they polymorph into a fish, and then I just use shape water to keep them in a sanitized bubble of water?
That is so stupid, and I will allow it.
Alrighty, I'm a fish.
I have you in a jar.
All right, go ahead and polymorph yourself into a fish. You willingly fail. You are now a fish.
I am specifically sea bass.
God damn it. All right, give me 5 con saves apiece. Do not roll them consecutively. Just do RD20, 5, 20 plus whatever. And then I will see if you fail. And if you fail, you succumb to radiation, which is not bueno. Actually, we'll just do these in order. Give me 3 con saves. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do that. Wow, and that one. That is not bueno.
Well, I have advantage on all of these, so let me roll the advantage.
I wish to apply the +7 to the fucking roll instead of like cock teasing me.
So that is a nat 20.
Oh wait, what's happening? I'm confused.
You're walking through a giant irradiated hellscape, and they're all rolling.
So I'm rolling 5d20 plus my.
You just
modifier.
Okay. Let me just start.
Times?
5. Just make me 5 con saves with advantage. So,
okay.
Like, You got 4 there,
there's-
so just do one more. Oh, you passed all of them, so you're fine.
Yeah, I got a 27, a 15, a 25, a 27, and a 23.
Okay, basically everyone passed them, so we're good. You make your way through
Do I still
the.
get arms?
Do you want to willingly succumb to the radiation?
You said that I could get the arms.
Do you want? I repeat. Do you want to willingly succumb to the radiation?
Not yet, I guess.
Okay, fine. There'll be an opportunity to give yourself superpowers or leukemia later. So
Both.
you wander. You make your way to the shore. The foul presence of this necrotizing force begins to grow thicker. There's a kind of strange cadence to the air. The air reeks. And in the distance, you can hear the intense roar of this whirlpool as the sea is being drained down, down, down into the Underdark. What would we like to do?
Can I cast the spell magic on it?
No.
Pebbles is going to turn as you try to do that and say, "It was permanent."
Weird.
So it's like giant, right? Like how big we talking?
It's 500 feet wide.
Am I still a fish?
Yes.
Yeah, but I can talk to you.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I also have telepathy.
Yeah. I mean, you don't keep that as a fish with polymorph, but I have the ability to talk to anything with a swim speed.
Oh, okay, that works.
Based. All right. So, what would we like to do here? Your destination seems to be under the waves. What would we like to do?
I jump in.
I jump in.
I'm a little fishy. I just keep swimming.
All right, you jump into the water. The whirlpool is about 750 feet away. Are we just going to descend down at an angle until we reach the hole?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your hand if you have a swim speed.
Me,
Yes, same.
I don't know what my sea bass swim speed is, but
Colin, do you have
I
a
do
swim
not have
speed?
a swim speed. I do not.
Can you
I
breathe
have a
underwater?
40-foot swim speed.
All right, we don't need
One
to
second.
breathe, so you're fine. Because the one thing is, the only thing that allows you to overcome the crushing pressure of the depths is having a swim speed or being able to breathe underwater. So if you have neither, you'll make con saves to not get crushed by over 5,000 feet of water.
What's the DC for that?
can we reenact the Byford dolphin incident?
Oh God, no, gross, no. Oh God. Hold on a second. I gotta look up water pressure again.
Do I have a way to give you a swim speed?
Uh,
Wait, we have like a fuck ton of potions of like water breathing,
Yeah,
right?
just take one. Yeah. I'll allow you to bring it. All right, chug the potion. You're good for the next hour. I'll let you just have like 4 of them. You have like a bajillion of them. Reasonably, you would have taken them on the obvious underwater journey.
here's the thing though. What's the con save?
No.
I can't
No.
remember. It's like buried in Ghost of Saltmarsh, and I'm not looking it up. The problem has already been
Take
solved.
a potion.
Okay, fine.
Do you want explosive decompression? Because I'll give you explosive decompression.
Yeah, no, I think it would be really fun, actually.
It would be really
Not
fun.
gonna lie.
Maybe later
Do you
when.
want suds?
No,
I'll
this
give
would
you-
be explosive decompression.
Do you want the bends? This is how you get the bends. All right, so you make your way down into the depths. Raise your hand if you have dark vision.
I
Me.
have dark vision.
I think Caholan does not, so he's gonna have to like hold on to Kate because he can't see shit down.
I am a fish.
Yeah, you have dark vision. I kind of wish someone just
but I
polymorphed.
can't really hold. So
Oh god, I don't have dark vision. Like the spell dark vision. I see invisibility, but that won't help you,
So,
dumbass.
does anyone have the light cantrip?
Uh,
I have sacred flame,
That's
but I'm
not
also
quite
a
the same.
fish.
So we're not gonna set Caholen on fire.
Oh my god.
How did none of you bastards have? Okay, you know what? We conveniently gave Caholen goggles of. Look at this loser who can't sing in the water. They're really dorky and they're clearly out of fashion, so he looks really silly while he was him.
I mean, I can.
He
I
just
can
has like
pro-
a snorkeling set.
I can prepare cantrips, so I could just swap out one of my cantrips
For light.
for light.
Yeah, you would have done that. You have light. Caholen's chest now glows. So the 13
Caholen.
Mechano-Krakens under the water.
Caholen, I swear to God, if me not having Mage Hand gets us killed, I'm going to murder you.
Oh, how right you are. So anyway,
I have mage hand. It's okay.
you descend into the depths.
But you're a fish.
You descend.
This is true.
You descend into the depths. Around you, you can see the shattered remnants of debris from the facility that you were previously at. There are corpses roaming around, shattered bones, trails of blood, strange.
Corpses are roaming?
No, they're just like floating around and shit in like the
Oh, I
dark.
thought you said roaming around. I was like, what?
No. You descend and descend, and you see ahead of you is the whirlpool over an enormous hole in what essentially is reality. You can tell that, based on your prior Arcana check and everything, that it is safe to enter, but it will be difficult due to the immense torrent of water that is coursing into it. It will be one wild ass fucking ride.
Sounds so fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
about to enact what I'm about to do with my player's donkey.
So, would you like to do any other Arcana checks before you go in? Or any checks at all, actually, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, let me pop another investigation. 26.
All right, good. I'd like some Arcana for this one, so does anyone want to do Arcana?
I'm a fish.
I don't have proficiency.
Can I still do an Arcana check as a fish?
Yeah. You're not
Okay,
dumb.
good. Oh no.
It's a religion check.
You will use the fish's intelligence.
No, I'm gonna let them fucking do this.
Fish's intelligence.
So, Caholen, there is nothing within the scriptures to prepare yourself for a giant whirlpool that has borne its way through reality.
Scriptures.
Now, Fishy Boy here determines that this portal this hole in reality should have immediately closed up and sealed itself, but it didn't. That's very strange. You reach a conclusion that
Is that because the water is moving through it?
No, it's actually because there is something within the Underdark that is stabilizing the hole.
Oh, okay. We just have to go down there, destroy it. The hole will fix itself.
That is exactly it. So,
Can I use shape water to pretty much make a 5x5 cube that we are safely contained in?
I'm really
So
sorry,
that
but
way we're not getting sloshed around. It's
the
like
force of water entering the ocean into another plane of existence.
Okay, so hear me out. What if there was a small pin-sized hole in the box?
No. Your shit is getting locked in by this.
I'm just trying to use shape water so that way we don't get absolutely really wrecked.
Because it's
Bro,
like,
wait, bro.
I think that there should be a pin-sized hole.
Oh my
in
god!
the box.
Do you just alter? You could just give yourself a swim speed and a breathing. Oh my god! I hate
fucking
you
idiot.
so much.
God damn it, Colin. You know what? You're gonna punish for this as soon as you enter the hole. Fucking dumb asshole.
That's what she said.
Does alter self give you dark vision? Can it give you dark vision?
Just let him.
No.
Oh
No.
my god!
So he still has to
Colin.
wear the dorky
I'm
goggles.
not.
You fucking idiot. Me. Hey,
No,
here's this
I
obvious.
cast light. I cast light on him, so he's not wearing goggles. He's
I
glowing.
think he should be wearing a snorkel fit.
It should be very embarrassing.
Alter self gives him a snorkel.
He enters there. The mind flayers start poking and laughing at him. Hey, look at this nerd wearing those nerd goggles.
It's like a really long snorkel.
Anyway,
So anyway, you
I'm
have to
gonna
enter the hole. So what do we want to do?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't answer my question. Can I shape water to make it to give us advantage on whatever saving throw this is going to force us to do?
Do you have something more stable or something than that?
What if we grab a
Um,
big piece of rock, hurl it towards
Sure.
the whirlpool, and then
Like-
meld into stone?
If you had
what if
resilient
I-
How
spear,
what
big
if
is
though,
a rock?
Hang on, pause. What if I Liamon's tiny hut and then the tiny hut goes? What if I find a 10-foot radius rock and or a 10-foot radius board or sheet of metal or what have you, and I Liamon tiny hut on the metal. So the metal then gets pulled in. We in the hut get pulled in, almost like a submarine.
I would allow it.
Okay,
Make sure there's no tiny holes in that thing.
so that way we're not gonna get absolutely the shit beaten out of us. So
Yeah, it would not
y'all
have been
just,
fun.
Revert to sausage.
I am gonna ritual cast this. So I just need y'all to just keep watch for 10 minutes. Okay.
10 minutes.
10 minutes pass, nothing occurs. Everything around here is heavily irradiated and or nuked and dead. Definitively dead.
Anyway, I'll find like a big clamshell or
It's a comically
A
huge
big-
clamshell.
that we can all stand on. I'll cast Liamon's tiny hut on that so that can get moved and floated. And then we in the hut, it's like nice and dry.
Okay.
Are gonna descend. Pretty much I've made a submarine. And I'm gonna use shape water. And like to steer the submarine.
This is so stupid. All right, you enter the stream, and you immediately get careened forward at breathtaking speed. Give me some navigation checks, which can be whatever the hell you want, really. Intelligence.
Do I get innate fish navigation?
You do.
Okay. Surf.
Surfing the Kyber
Um,
realm.
What the
So
fuck?
I
Can I persuade the water?
I have proficiency in navigator's tools. Does
That
this
would be
give me
perfect.
advantage?
That would be perfect. Yes. This
Oh, there we
go.
haphazardous submarine, you would be allowed to
Oh, I
navigate.
also have proficiency in navigator's tools.
Well, shit. I like
I mean-
how. Just give me the check.
Now that we're inside the submarine, you don't need to be a fish anymore.
Why can't I maintain fish?
I mean, you can if you want, but you
I'm
don't
flopping
have
around
to.
on like the dry submarine floor.
I would shape water a bubble for you, so that
I
way.
kind of want to be a fish. It gives me. I want to be a fish. Feels helpful.
All right.
But I
So
don't have to expend another spell slot if I need to be a fish again.
you careen through the water at breathtaking speed, and you suddenly find yourselves no longer in the water, as you are jettisoned out into an enormous open cavern where the water is careening down. You slam into the side of a rock wall, and the Liamon's tiny hut is just embedded in there.
How far above the ground are we?
About 100 feet.
Oof. So if I just end Liamon's tiny hut, we fall 100 feet.
No, because the base is on the clamshell.
Huh?
But you said we are 100 feet, and the clamshell has embedded itself into the wall.
Yeah, but you're
100
like
feet
on
up.
top of the clamshell. So if you get rid of the Liamon's tiny hut, the clamshell doesn't disappear. It's attached to the clamshell.
Oh, okay. Do we just want to move the clamshell and then just have Cullen move us around? Hey, Cullen, how strong are you?
Not very.
Can Cullen just carry us around and Cullen just be a giant turtle, and then we just fight everything inside of a giant Liamon's tiny hut?
I'm
So
never
here's a
allowing this
question.
ever again.
Can I exit the hut, meld into stone, and then reach out and
I love how you people will do literally everything except simply leave the hut and go to the ground and continue the quest. Yeah, do whatever you want, Jack. Like, God.
I'm just gonna leave the hut.
As a
and-
fish?
No.
You just shot that!
And I'm just gonna go on the ground.
Well, you're immediately going to break your form, and
It's 1d6 fall damage.
you...
I would survive it.
This is so ridiculous.
No, I want to do this. I really want to do this. I would really like to slap the ground as a fish.
You're totally allowed. You hit the ground as a fish, and then you flop for a second, it poofs, and then you turn back into Professor Pebbles.
I have a climb speed. I'm gonna leave the Leoman's tiny hut here, so that way, if we need to, we can hop back inside of it. But
Fuck you. I'm a bard.
I'm a wizard.
So anyway, yeah, you can leave the fucking hut there. As you land on the ground, you find yourself surrounded by mind flayers. However, they're dead.
I'm gonna climb down because I have a climb speed. I will climb down the wall. Yeah, I can't fucking breathe.
That was really funny. This stupid fish flopping out of the hut is so good.
I need to breathe.
What's killing me is fucking Cuchulainn melding into fucking stone.
To get down this stupid wall, you stupid bastard.
Duality of Colin going into the stone wall to climb down safely, and then I was like, I'm just gonna fucking flop out as a fish.
Kamehameha! Alright. So, you... Oh my god. Okay, you are all safely on the ground. Cuchulainn emerges out of the fucking wall. Okay, so I guess we actually have to wait. Are we actually waiting, Tori? Oh, they went to get their inhaler. Okay, we're taking a breather here.
We need
Oh, okay. So you're in the ground. This area got a burst of gamma radiation, which you can tell because the area is still lightly irradiated, but it's not as bad. However, you can see the area is littered by corpses. There are mind flayers, beholders, and drow littering the area by the bushel. They all seem to have
any loot.
they have the usual crap. Some of the mind flayers have those like really dope laser pistol things from Rime of the Frost Maiden. I'll say there's 2 of them.
I'll pocket a laser pistol just in case.
I'll pocket
better-
the other one.
Yeah, because if you don't give those to Cog, Noah will hunt you down and beat the shit out of you.
I
Now-
don't know, Cog. This is for me.
Yeah, that's true. Now, would we like to examine the creatures?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me investigation with advantage.
Shit.
Can I use perception?
Yeah, you can.
That's the
That's a
funniest.
36.
That is the hardest I have laughed in a very long time.
Yeah, that was extremely fucking stupid and funny. This is why I allow you people to have freedom, which is a mistake.
If I think about it, I laugh again.
It's so stupid. Okay, so Pebbles, you examine the mind flayers. Do you have Draconic? You do
As
not.
a language?
No, you don't.
No.
Actually, only one jackass here has Draconic, and I prepared for this. Unfortunately, it's goddamn Cuchulainn. Now, you can intuit that this is Draconic, and so you ask Cuchulainn to go. What?
Vivian posted a meme.
Oh god damn it! That is so funny. So you scrutinize the bodies and realize that they have a variety of things written on them in Draconic. Cuchulainn can readily translate. It's basically names. It seems that they all are wearing your kind of untypical mind flayer drow stuff. It's floral print. It's bright and pastel. There's little draconic sigils in it that are kind of thanking them for their dedication. There's little prayers for their long life and happiness and honor to them. And every creature in here has similar outfits in draconic. Even the beholder is wearing a little cape that goes around its body. And it has the same iconography around it. And as a matter of fact, you can see in this area that it's like a little mushroom garden. Some tools are scattered around. You can see there's a loom. They were weaving stuff from spider silk and everything. Are we still there?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like, I'm going to be very charitable because the fish thing was funny, but I'd like to run the game, you know.
Oh no,
Now-
I've listened. I heard.
Oh no, we're listening. I'm waiting for there to be a narrative break to say, to respond.
Okay, well, that's about it. Oh, actually, there's one thing here that is deeply unlike everything else. Everything else around here is kind of delicate and floral and airy. However, there is one enormous thing in the corner. It is a large brass ring, probably about, I don't know, maybe like 6 feet wide, made of finely pressed brass, and it is cracked, and there's stuff on the exterior in Draconic.
I read it.
So the plants are dead? Or
Yeah, the
were
fungi
they dead?
die. Yeah, the fungi die.
But did they die beforehand or when I arrived?
They-
Actually, fungi aren't
aren't
plants, so they wouldn't be affected.
It's anything that's alive.
It is not a creature,
Let's
so
hear
the
it.
fungi die. Alright, Cajon, why don't you read off what you read on the giant...
But they were not previously dead, right?
Yeah, they were not until you showed up.
Shabash, you are bound. The time of your service has passed, and you are given rest here. No more shall your call be heeded.
Pebbles didn't like that.
What the fuck do you think that means?
Is this religion? Who's Shabash?
Actually, this is one time that you're allowed to do it. Do it with advantage. Okay. You get the
24?
feeling... 24? God damn it.
I rolled a 27.
God damn Pebbles. Just like Cajon's
I get
whipping
that
his-
with advantage.
Cajon's whipping his dick out to get some business done, and you just slap that shrimpy little fucking goddamn
I also got...
I rolled a 27 twice!
No, I rolled a 27 and you rolled a 27.
No, I also rolled with advantage and I still got
I
a
know, it was the same
27.
roll twice. It's just really weird. Actually, you didn't meet the DC for half of it, but you met the DC for the first half.
Roll guidance.
31.
Okay, now you did it. All right.
We still got you?
I'm going to put this stuff here.
Ian? Okay.
Here, you can read
Okay.
this off, Cajon. Actually,
Shabash is a
actually, yeah, go ahead.
Shapash is a famous but nonetheless obscure dragon general from the Giant Dragon War. Shapash was responsible for felling and systematically scattering the giants and eliminating their foothold on Sendrick.
You can tell
Ah.
that this particular color and this particular area seems to have been his prison, and he is no longer here.
That's epic.
That is one no bueno.
Can I roll investigation to see if there's like any tracks, trails?
Go ahead.
I would like to roll, I don't know, perception maybe, to see if there's any blood, scales, anything that may have come from Sapash.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Are we doing this with advantage?
You're welcome. You could do all of your checks in this area with advantage. I do not care. All right.
38.
Jesus Christ. All right. So Cahalan and Professor Pebbles, in a moment of stunning lucidity, uh, scour the area and whatnot, and find one of the mind flayers who is under a series of other bodies has a large golden scale embedded in his skull that killed him. It seems this was jettisoned off a creature's body and impaled itself into the mind flayer and killed it. It is from a gold dragon.
That's epic.
Now, Kate, as you scrutinize the rest of the area, you determine that all the creatures here died from radiation and whatnot, but you can't see that there is a very enormous, there is a very small blast mark in the corner. You know, like in Hiroshima, Nagasaki, when they got nuked and their shadows were behind them and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
There's one of those there, and it depicts a humanoid shape. But you can see that around the area where the blast occurred and whatnot, there's no indication of any footprints or anything else. You reach the conclusion that this shape was probably the dragon getting blasted by the radiation, and this collar was attached to its true form, which was sized to its true form, and whatever the blast did, it blew the collar off.
And killed the dragon.
There is no
No.
evidence you would notice if there was a dead dragon in here. Well, you can
Well,
tell
but also it could have been vaporized.
that is true. But you can tell there's no dust. There's nothing aside from the one scale, and there's no other evidence of a dragon here. There's no claw marks or anything like that. Oh, actually, you can see some claw marks on the other side, behind the water, that are slowly being eroded away. You almost didn't make them out amongst the torrent of water that is still pouring in here. Also, the water level is ever so increasing in this area. You could tell it's filled up the lower level, and it's about to fill up everything else that's in here, and it continues to fill up. But you can make out claws on the other side, indicating that a very large creature escaped from this place.
Um. So look at creature probably wouldn't help because I think it would be very noticeable if there was a dragon within 1,000 feet.
Yeah, you would know.
But would commune with nature help out here?
Let me see here. Oh, and the source of the signal, you can feel an arcane source deeper within the cavern.
Can I Arcana check that?
The only thing you would determine is that it is further down, and you need to be closer in order to scrutinize it more properly.
Alrighty. Can I fish and go down there?
Yeah, you can see there's winding caverns and other tunnels that go further down south, but they are currently underwater.
Well, while Cahalan is casting Commune with Nature, are you ritual casting that or regular casting it?
If we have time, ritual.
Do we
Yeah.
have time?
Yeah, by the time you finish, the water will have filled up this entire area. But that's like the only real
okay.
downside. Like, that's it, really.
I mean, Cahalan can breathe underwater. You're a fish, and I can breathe underwater. So
they're no
I'm
longer a
also
fish.
gonna-
They broke their wild shape when they flopped to the ground.
It was polymorph.
The polymorph. You broke your polymorph when you flopped to the ground. Fish do not
Anyway,
have a lot of
I'm
HP.
gonna ritual cast detect magic, and
I can become a fish again, though.
Sure. All right, Cahalan, what 3 things do you want to know?
I want to know the terrain.
Okay.
I want to know the influence of other kinds of existence.
All right, let me tell you the terrain first. It is a cave. It is full of water. Okay. What do you want as the second thing?
Influence from other planes of existence.
You are presently inside a demiplane.
Oh, okay, cool. So is it that we playing with a prison,
Yeah.
basically?
And you can tell that this is a deeply unnatural demiplane. It is artificially constructed.
All right, and I would like to know if there's any celestial, fey, fiend, elemental, or undead influence here.
None.
Okay. Yeah, when it says terrain and bodies of water, does it basically give me a map of the area?
It's kind
A
of
3-mile map?
I guess. Above you is nothing, and the cavern is kind of gnarled, but you do piece together how to chart your way quickly to what seems to be a kind of central chamber located at the bottom of the demiplane is the easiest way to describe it.
Okay, cool. So I can tell the rest of us where to go.
Yeah, you turn around and Pebbles is a fish again, and
Yeah. So while
Pebbles is a fish again.
while he's casting Commune with Nature, I'll ritual cast Detect Magic.
within 30 feet of you, there is no magic. Actually,
I'm.
yeah,
Oh,
nothing.
sorry. I
Go
was gonna
ahead.
say I'm swimming down, so I can do that Arcana check.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
perfect.
also following the fish.
Okay, we're gonna follow the fish. The fish. Here, 1 minute.
Do I get
how-
advantage on the Arcana check?
Yes. Oh wait, this is the wrong
by the way,
fucking.
was there anything special about the collar,
About what?
or is
Oh, the collar
is there
would have
any magic?
registered on the detect magic.
It was
Kate's-
evaporated.
No, the collar was still intact. It was radiating
Oh.
extremely powerful abjuration magic.
Uh-huh. And is there any way we could take this thing back with us?
Yeah, it's like huge. It probably weighs like 400 pounds. But yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah, but like, I don't have a bag of holding with. Wait,
Well,
how
you're
much is a
also
bag of holding for?
Bag of holding.
it holds 500 pounds, so you could just shove it in one of them.
I'm gonna shove it in one of them.
What is with you people? Yeah, I gotta
Where'd
put
my token go?
because I had Oleander on this map, so I had
No, it was Kate.
here 1 minute,
Do I just put
Kate is there,
Shapash's-
but it just says name.
which is stupid because I
There, it says Kate now.
right there.
How do you change that? Because this just says Pebble.
It's getting late. Let's not bog
Okay,
down
Yeah,
in
who fucking
details, and
who fucking cares?
let's continue the narrative.
Because this is literally the last section. Is this little mystery down here? All right, you enter to this area, and it is filled with floating books whose ink is slowly permeating out into the water. There's a series of broken glass vials. And at the dead center is a large, swirling blue prism made of glass that seems to have been frozen, and in its interior is a swirling black fog. You immediately intuit that this is the device that is keeping the portal stable. If you destroy
What
it,
kind
Yeah,
of
what?
magic is it radiating?
abjuration.
Okay. I'm gonna kneel down next to the portal
Uh-huh.
and identify it.
Okay, good. I was about to say, if you just dispelled magic that thing, I was about to give you some really bad news. Okay, I was like, congrats on being stuck in a prison demi-plane forever. Roll 2d6 plus 6 times. So, you determine that this machine, you look it over, and it's really crude. You could tell that it seems to have been painstakingly crafted over time using whatever materials were available. And the other elements that are in this area are drow, except for this thing in particular, which bears draconic sigils, and you can see that it was shaped by clawed hands. You determine that this machine stabilizes portals, but cannot create them, and that the thing was primed and ready to go, waiting for a break in the exterior of the prison in order to manipulate it, in order to open and stabilize the portal to engender escape. It was essentially a failsafe. Our certain compatriot who was stuck in here was just waiting for something silly to happen where he could burst free, and a certain nuclear explosion gave him that exit. And this machine is what did it for him. You do understand, though, that if this machine gets damaged while you are in here, you are stuck in here forever. You cannot escape from this demi-plane if that portal closes.
Even if we teleport out with
Nope.
the magic stick.
Nope, completely warded.
What if we call the professor?
I
Huh?
have a question.
What if we
Yeah.
call the professor and have him come over here with the Baba Yaga's thingy?
That doesn't count
Magic.
either. It wards everything. Once you're in here, you're in here.
Yeah.
No in or out. What do you want to do?
Okay.
Pebbles had something.
Yeah, what do you want to
Oh
do,
yeah,
Bubbles?
Is it possible to craft a small thing that would detonate a spell?
Yeah, you can totally make a contingency little time bomb if you want. You're more than welcome to.
So
Yeah,
why don't we
that's
just throw a dispel magic one in there and then leave?
that was the plan. To make a bomb and then we leave and it goes off in like an hour or something.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
good plan.
There's a bunch of floating tomes with warped writing, a series of murals in the corner, and a singular bound book, which seems to be sealed in a container, but it has cracked and water is pouring into it.
I will go over to the cracked thing and get it out of the fucking water so we can get to the book without it being harmed further.
Okay, I want you to explain how you're going to make it not get wet while you're underwater.
I'm gonna here. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick it up and put it in a bag of holding.
As soon as you open up the bag of holding, you now have 500 pounds of water. What do you want to do?
Oh,
I seriously, my section for this notes is the party struggles to keep the book dry. Like,
Um,
Hey, I could cast another Liamon's tiny hut and the inside of the hut is dry.
that would work. You could tell though, based on the timing and the water filling, by the time you finish casting it, as like a ritual, it would fill up with water. But you would at least be able to dry it out quickly.
I mean, I can
Mhm.
choose what enters and what doesn't. I can just choose that water cannot enter it.
Yeah, I know, but like it's already in a cracked container that is already partially filled with water. You see what I mean? So like it's already water damage. You would just be able to get quicker to fixing it if you did Lehman's tiny hut.
Here. I have a solution. Can you shape water and freeze the
Ooh,
water that's entering through the crack?
now that is a good idea.
Yeah, I could just use shape water and make a pocket of air
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could literally
that
just
is
shape the water
5
out.
by 5 by 5.
Yeah, you can just
you do so. You push the water out of the container, and you even manage to dry the book off relatively sufficiently. What would you like to do now?
Uh, well, I'd read the book.
Um, how? You're still underwater.
Uh,
He
Like
with
it's a
it,
his
I died.
goggles.
it's a
it's
5 by 5 by 5 container
shit.
of
All right.
air.
You
Can I
open up,
fish read it?
huh?
Can I read it as a fish?
You cannot. The book is in Draconic. That's really the only
Oh, okay.
limitation, is because the book is in Draconic. Um, Go ahead and read aloud the entry called Shapasha's what have you that I put in your inventory.
Well,
Now you can
don't
read
read
aloud.
it aloud. Just read it.
And then we
Never
can.
read shit aloud. In character, you are not reading this aloud.
It's not a magic book. It's like a diary. Here, do you want me to copy and paste all this?
No, you can read it aloud. If you all want, you can sus check it. Do we want to sus check it before we read it aloud?
Uh, yes.
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Can I Arcana
Uh,
check it just in case as well?
Yeah, you are more than welcome to.
I'll divine sense it.
All right, go ahead. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
So this crack
I wonder
team
if it's magical.
of book readers determines that it is just an unusually well fortified book, but there is no magic radiating from it. It's just really sturdy, and it seems to be a diary.
Yeah, it's this thing. There you
No,
go.
don't do that. I want you
Oh,
to read it
geez.
aloud for the recording because it's like,
Okay. The snippets. The first entry is very early in the material. Duty is weightier than a mountain, while death is lighter than a feather. Duty, honor, country. Those three hollowed words reveredly dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, what you will be. They are your rallying point to build courage when courage seems to fail, to regain faith when there seems to be little cause for faith, to create hope when hope becomes forlorn. The second has a date in the Draconic calendar. It's 39,000 years old. Victory attained by violence is tantamount to a defeat, for it is momentary. The god of victory is said to be one-handed, but peace gives victory to both sides. The prior entries are written in a small type, as if by smaller hand, likely a squire or scribe. The third. Unlike the prior entries, this is seemingly clawed in, betraying it was made by a talented creature. Another stunning victory against the giants. Despite their quick wit with arcane sciences, they have yet to engender a resistance to being slashed in half. The war will swiftly be over, and we can return to the natural order of things. Quiet contemplation. I am of an older stock breed to fight, and even my blood is so tired to see it in other ways, grows weary. I yearn only to go back to my murals. The fourth. The absolute madness. To be sentenced to exile. Is this the service we grant to those who give their all to defend reality as we know it? The chains better be strong. Stronger than me or my will. The fifth. Days passed as if they were seconds. Weeks as if they were minutes. Was it crueler to lock me in here with the lessers? I've bound them to me, but all they can do are idle parlor tricks. The sixth. Perhaps all the violence was for naught. The seventh. In a head-on clash between violence and power, the outcome is hardly in doubt. Nowhere is the self-defeating factor in the victory of violence over power more evident than in the use of terror to maintain dominion, about whose weird successes and eventual failures we know perhaps more than any generation before us. Violence can destroy power. It is utterly incapable of creating it. I was a willing pawn in a foul game, if only I knew not to play when my omission could save lives. The eighth. We are all drops of water that came from a boundless sea. As we are all a part of a whole, to slay another is to slay yourself. Soon, all those drops will return to the sea. But what if it could become sooner? The ninth. I know now what I must do. My brethren and I have spoken. We must hasten the return back to the sea. This bitch is going on a murder spree. That last line was me.
No, he wrote that in there.
Well, as I see it, we need to get out of here and close this portal. Then
I did agree. That seems like it was most eminent.
then we can worry about tracking down this fellow here.
Yeah. Do any of the other books floating around look important?
Their ink is far too damaged to be legible. There is a
Okay.
small alcove in the corner with some murals, which you can tell is a passion of his.
I think we should go collect his murals.
Can I history or religion check those?
You can't collect a mural, it's a wall.
Yeah, it's actually more of a fresco. It's actually made with tile, so it's technically a
And
fresco.
I rolled investigation on it.
I'm rolling history.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm rolling guidance.
Okay, there are 4 murals here. There's one on the left. It depicts a singular drop of water over an endless ocean. The second depicts a burning city of giant design. As you have rolled the appropriate thing, as you lean in closer and scrutinize the flame and smoke rising from the buildings and the gnarled bodies riding in the foreground of the mural, you see that there are tortured souls seem to also have been tacitly kind of woven into the smoke and flame as they wither up into nothingness. You do notice another thing, though, here. There is dried blood at the base of this particular mural, and you can see that there is a book that has become lodged in a crack in the wall to the right of this mural.
I'm Arcana checking the book.
Okay. So you're just going to open the book and what have you?
No, I'm Arcana checking before I touch it.
Okay, sure. I'll keep reading the rest of the murals while you do that.
Hmm.
The third mural depicts two swans. They're neck to neck with their beaks touching. This particular mural is noteworthy for being perfectly symmetrical, whether left to right or top to bottom. The final one, this mural depicts a dragon, golden, covered by a thin gossamer sheet of silk. It is standing upright on its haunches, its enormous bulk cradling a series of creatures within its grasp. It's a variety of drow, mind flayers, and beholders. And you can see that they're all wearing the similar outfits that you saw in the upper floor. They all, to the best of your knowledge, have smiles on their faces and seem to be very pleased to be in one another's presence. Um, the only thing here that strikes you as odd is around the dragon's neck, there are several long rectangular gems, and you can see that they form some kind of strange necklace. You can see, though, that there is a very long rectangular piece that arcs from one side of the neck to the other, and while the other pieces are arranged vertically, so they're long vertical rectangular gems, this particular brass indentation runs horizontally and seems to be missing its gem.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, what did you want to know, Pebbles?
Just if it's safe to like pick up if it seems to be emanating any kind of magic.
It is completely non. Actually, it is. It has. It is radiating abjuration magic.
I will shape water to make a 5x5 cube, and I will touch the book.
Nothing happens.
I read the book.
You open the book. It is in Draconic.
I will
Give
have
the book to
Cahalan read the book.
Cahalan, you start parsing through it, and it seems to be a bunch of names, but you cannot identify the provenance of the names. And it just seems to do that over and over again. The book is very thick. It's probably about 3,000 pages, and it is just riddled with names. You can't tell one thing, though. All the names written in here are written in blood.
Are any of them crossed out?
None.
Or looking particularly special? Isn't a fucking hit list?
You can tell that every single one of them is actually written with tact and care and grace. Almost
This
loving.
isn't a hit list.
This is a I killed this person list.
This is not a hit list.
I think it's a list of his loved ones.
I think it's a list of those he's killed. And
I
he's
think it's
trying to
either a
remember.
list of his loved ones or gathered by the fact that one of the murals seems to be him with a bunch of people wearing the same like outfit. It's a list of followers.
It's a list of the people who upstairs.
Yeah, don't we have a wizard who would like love to know people's names?
Now, Cahalan, do you read off some of the names off of the list aloud?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You go through the list, and how
Idiot.
many would you read off?
Don't read it aloud, Colin. Are you still under the effects of feeble mind?
No.
No.
You can tell that, Pebbles, you do know that the abjuration magic that was radiating off of this was to preserve the book. It is just unusually sturdy, which is why none of the writing on it has smudged from being underwater.
Okay.
There is no otherwise indicator that this book is dangerous.
I read off 12 names.
Okay. Professor Pebbles, your ears perk up. Every name he read off is in giantish. They are giant names.
Okay, so it is a
It
hit
is a book
list.
of people.
No, it's not a hit list. It's people he's killed. Remember what we just read? We read his diary. He is reflecting on those he's killed. Can we roll anything?
Can I discern if it's in different people's bloods?
Give me an investigation check. And Kate, you're welcome to assist with this. Not that they fucking need it.
Yeah, I do religion because this is obviously made with tender loving care, and I'm
Sure.
wondering if it's part with his new revelations.
You can tell that this practice. Okay, so Pebbles, you determined that the blood that this is written in is draconic, and the blood on the floor is also draconic. It seems that he engages in self-flagellation and then uses his own blood to write names in the book. Cahoan, you determined that
It's
this is.
repentance.
Yep. Cahoan, you determined that this is an act of penance. It's unusual because dragons generally do not actually do this. So this would be an un-dragon-like thing to do.
Told y'all. This is a list of those he's killed. Or related to those he's killed. No, probably those he's killed.
That is the correct conclusion. It is a list of everyone he has ever killed because he always remembers their names.
Yep. I'm gonna put the book away as in a bag of holding.
Okay. Now
Okay,
there are the
let's.
three other murals. The other three, I'll just kind of give you. You all rolled so preposterously high. Mural one, the one that's about a singular drop of water over an endless ocean, is a religious concept reflecting how our souls are simply a sliver of a greater being, and that eventually the water, our person, will return to that water. So we will return to the great soul, the soul from which we all arise. You reach a conclusion that's what he was referring to when he said, we will return to the sea. He was being metaphorical. The second mural.
Oh, so he's not going to kill anyone. He's going to kill himself.
No, he's killing everyone. He is speeding up the rate at which everyone returns to the greater soul. He's
Now,
going on a mass murder spree.
the second mural shows, the burning city of giant design, all the tortured souls in it. It is a reflective piece about the tragedies that he befell upon the giant people. You can tell this one was made with tact and grace, and he put a lot of soul into it. Now, for the third one, the mural that depicts two swans, this one is about the interplay between the great soul and our own souls, and how they unite in a graceful union. One is the other, and the other is one. And that is the information you can parse from these materials here. Everything else is too damaged and waterlogged to be legible or usable.
Cool.
Let's see.
Well, we could discuss this information when we're not in a demi-plane that can collapse at any point, trapping us here forever. Let's
Definitely.
Leave.
Yeah, so
leave.
give me your roll for your bomb.
I'll do smithing.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I'll assist.
You don't want to fuck this one up.
You have advantage.
It's not smithing,
Let's
just
see.
roll the tool.
I don't have the tool, but it's gonna use my same modifier as my athletics, anyways.
Okay,
Wait, do I have the tool? So yeah, that's a 27 smithing check.
sure. How are you going to
Okay.
construct this object?
Pretty much, I'm gonna be concentrating on dispel magic as a reaction to cast it once I am out of the portal, and pretty much we're just rigging up a way for me to see.
Okay, I like that. A cockamamie series of mirrors and what have you so that you can properly time it. All right. You have made your way up to the surface quotations. You're now in the large antechamber. The mind flayers and drow and beholders are floating around, dead as a doornail, their eyes closed.
I will usher everyone else out of the portal. I will swim up out of the portal and dispel magic.
The portal comes to a grinding close, and reality has been restored. Now, we like to abscond back to base and then close out the session.
You're
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we ring the professor for a ride home.
damn, dog. A fucking familiar would have been able to solve this in seconds. You just send a familiar with
That's
find
true.
familiar. You just send them down there, and then you cast the spell through their eyes, and then you just let them despawn, and then you just spawn a new familiar.
Yeah, that would have been easy. If only somebody had Find Familiar. So, the professor picks you up. He congratulates the lot of you on a job well done. You return back to your layers, you slide into your beds, and you think to yourselves, what is that dragon doing out there? And I think that's where we will
Killing
close
people.
off. And that's where we will close off for today.
I still don't think he's committing murder. No one who is that repentant, is gonna go
me-
murdering.
Let
But
me
also,
read
he's
the last
basically
line
been in
for you.
solitary for like forever.
Yeah, no, here it is. The 9th. I know now what I must do. My brethren and I have spoken. We must hasten the return back to the sea.
Like, I don't think it would be out of range for him to be like so repenting that he's gone like a little cray-cray and thinks that if he brings everyone back to the sea, it absolves his sins because now everyone is one again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he went from feeling bad about killing people to it's a good thing. He's gone full religious nut.
Oh, okay.
I'm
He
so
thinks
pleased.
giving.
All
Yeah,
right, I'm
he
going to
thinks
close
that
out the
killing them is the
recording.
mercy.
I'll see you all on the 20th, hopefully. Good job, gang. You did a good job today. Really good job.
Yet again, it's a Sunday, so I'll have
Yeah,
another
we can do it.
production meeting.
Yeah, and I got
And
to get up
I
at
also
5
won't
a.m.
be there because
No, what I'm saying is on the